My friends, this is Sumner Healy from the landpioneer.com. And in this video 42/23/22, we've got three brand new properties that just hit the website today out in St. John's, Arizona, Apache County. Now, before we dive into these properties, these are perfect lots for folks who want low restriction land, camp as long as you want, build tiny homes, earthship homes, whatever the heck kind of home you want to build. You want to live in a storage container, this is the land for you. These properties are all zoned agricultural general, which is a very broad zoning that is found out in Apache County. Can be used recreational or residentially. You could have cattle out here. You could have horses on these properties. You've got a lot of options. This is really as close as you can get to, quote unquote, my least favorite word, unrestricted land. So a lot of flexibility, a lot of freedom on these properties. All of these lots are, of course, offered with discounted financing. So you guys can finance these properties, or we'll go through the cash prices on all of these lots. We've had a ton of properties out in the St. John's area recently. We honestly can't keep them on the shelves long enough. And I understand why. You've got low restrictions, low holding costs. As you'll see, these properties all have very, very low annual taxes, high elevation, right? So you're in this high desert, kind of got this really interesting flora, fauna, pinyon trees, usually about 5,000 to 5,500 feet in elevation, depending on where you're at in St. John's. You get snow in the winter. In fact, you can actually see snow off in the background on these mountains off here. So this is the view from the lots, dirt road access. There's cattle all around here. The photographer was just out there on Monday, said he saw over 100 different cows as he was driving out to the property, which is pretty awesome. This is the wild, wild west, right? You're in the northern eastern part of Arizona, right next to Cibola County in New Mexico. I'm very fond of this area. A lot cooler out here. If you're living in Phoenix or anywhere out in the valley in Arizona, come out here in the summer. It's going to be much, much cooler. But without further ado, let's dive in. Let's look at the details. So you'll see coming soon. These are listed on the website. You can reserve them, but they'll be fully live here in about a week. But I'm going to make this video. This will cover all three properties. So we've got two 5 acres as well as a 10 acre. So very first 5 acre. I've just checked. I literally just went on Lands of America and checked before. This is the cheapest property you'll find out there. 5 acres, $199 down. Cash price on this is $6,800. Finance price $8,409. $199 down, $277 a month for 30 months. Of course, no prepayment penalties, nothing of that sort. These lots totally flat and level, so you don't really have any topography to worry about. They're not a part of a flood zone or anything like that. And again, if you're looking to build tiny homes, park an RV, camp as long as you want, or just have a place to go shoot your guns and hang out during the weekend, this is the spot to do it. So there's a handful of small towns kind of within the area of the property. Closest town is going to be St. John's. You're 11 miles outside of the town of St. John's. Larger towns, Holbrook, Show Low, those are going to be like your more major, can't call them metropolitan because they're still pretty small, but more major towns. You can find some bigger box retailers out there. But if you guys just need the basics, you can get that out in St. John's. As mentioned, so this is going to be agricultural zoning. RVs are allowed, not part of an HOA or anything of the sort. Mobile homes are allowed. Annual taxes $11.12 on these properties. We've got directions here to get out to the property. So if you guys want to go view these lots, you're more than welcome to go head on out there and go check them out. So yeah, pretty sweet lot. Here's the first 5 acre. We're going to peel on over to this 10 acre. These are all sitting in a cluster. So someone at some point did subdivide these lots. Wasn't us. There is a deeded easement for this 10 acres. This 10 acre, you do need to cross through one of the 5 acre lots. There's a boundary easement to get into this 10 acre. And it's not too difficult to drive through this kind of sagebrushy area. Although there's not a technical road cut into this 10 acre. You come off this main dirt road and then just drive right back here. 10 acre, $44.99 down, $324 a month for 40 months, so $13,459 for the finance price, or $9,800 for the cash price. Again, that's the cheapest 10 acre we found out there. Most 10 acre lots are anywhere between 1,200 to 1,500 bucks an acre. This is less than $1,000 an acre. These are all zoned exactly the same, so you're going to find the same zoning for all of these lots. Holding costs on this one, annual taxes $21.34 in this property. Pretty sweet deal. You guys can go take a look at all of these photos. You're also going to see the drone video kind of flying through the background. These were just taken on 2/21/22. So on Monday, these are all very recent. You can see the actual layout here. Here are the 2 5 acres. Here's a 10 acre in the back. There is a neighbor up here who's got like a little 5th wheel trailer. Don't know if he lives out there full time or what. And you can see there is a little bit of a seasonal potential small little piece of a flood zone here. It doesn't really interrupt any of the buildability of the lot. Just a general wash. I'd have to check the FEMA flood maps to see what kind of flood zone this is, but it's not very major, as all of this land is totally flat. So I reckon this is a very seasonal, maybe every couple decades you get water actually running through that portion right there. And it's pretty common. You can see some of these other lots have that as well, but it really just snakes through a very small portion of the land. And in fact, the guy's got his 5th wheel trailer parked right there in that flood zone. So you can tell, water really does not run through here hardly ever. I can't imagine this happens, like I said, more than every couple of decades. But you do get some hard winters out here occasionally, right? You can find some snow on the ground. You can definitely get some chilly nights, something to be mindful of. And here's the other 5 acre right here. This one's got road frontage. And this is the same exact terms as the previous 5 acre that I just went through. 6,800, 199 down. You guys could buy both 5 acres if you wanted to. You could buy the 5s and the 10s. You get 20 acres in total, but they'd have separate parcel IDs. You can sell one off or flip 2 of them, keep one for yourself. Got a lot of options here. Here's actually how the property sits over here. We're going to zoom in. So you got this county maintained road right here, N6121. It's a little bit tricky getting out here. So we did provide specific directions. Now, if you just plug in the coordinates to your map, it's going to take you to a route where you do hit a gate. And so you want to be mindful of that. You actually want to follow the written directions for getting to the property that are inside the listing. We had to go through a couple different routes to figure out exactly how to get to the lot. So out here, I mean, a lot of this is going to be all zoned, this general agricultural zoning. None of this land really in this region is going to be part of a POA or an HOA. It's going to be farther north. Cool mountain views on both ends. So west end, east end, you got mountain views almost to the border of New Mexico here, about 30 miles or so from the border of New Mexico. Now, if we actually pull this up, again, these are the wrong directions here. You'll see what Google Maps tries to get you to do is actually a route that's going to have you hit a fence. But as a crow flies, you're about 12 miles or so to St. John's, the actual town of St. John's. There is an airport in St. John's, so if you're not living locally, you want to go view these properties, you can always fly out, rent a car, go head out to the property. Now, getting out there, although it's only 12 miles, depending on how fast you drive and what kind of off-roading setup you have, it can take you about 30 minutes to get to the property or so. Now, let's go touch on some of the bigger towns out here. So we got Holbrook. That's going to be your closest major town from the property, about an hour away or so. And then Show Low, which I believe is about 2 hours away from this property. Actually, my mistake. No, Show Low's a little bit closer to this lot. Show Low's 47 minutes. These are going to be your 2 biggest towns in terms of big box retailers. If you guys would need to go in and get something bigger. Concho is another smaller town, but the same size as St. John's. And then Phoenix. I know a lot of you folks live out in Phoenix that are looking at these St. John's properties. So you're looking at 3 hours, 48 minutes, call it 4 hours to get out to the property. So not too far. And just to zoom out, kind of give you guys perspective where this sits. So this is the northeastern end of Arizona. It's actually kind of closer to the middle, but we'll call it northeastern end. So you got the Gila National Forest just south of this property. This is old historic Native American land all around here. Canyon de Chelly's out here for you history buffs. So there's a lot to love. And then in terms of actually getting over to Albuquerque, if you guys want to peel over into New Mexico, 3 hours and 29 minutes. So almost equidistant from Albuquerque to the Phoenix area, both about 3.5 hours to 4 hours to get over there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, all the links are listed down below to go view these 3 properties. If you guys want to see the other lots that we have on the website, we are literally adding properties every single day to the website. Head on over to thelandpioneer.com. If you want to get in touch with yours truly, You can drop a comment down below. You can subscribe, or you can always email me at sumner@thelandpioneer.com if you guys have got any land specific questions. This is what I live and breathe, folks. So I'm here to help. Whether you buy a property from us or not does not matter. I'm just happy to help and more than willing to speak with you. But you guys have a great day. Take care.